feedback type things. And then we'll give us a few minutes to catch up all of our paperwork before we go further. One thing I would like to do to kind of help you guys feel a little more at ease, I'd like you to know who it is that came to visit you. And I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Walter Burgess. I'm a retired marketing teacher. I work for the Department of Education. And I work for the Department of Labor, and I've worked with the Department of Education on a volunteer basis, basically doing some things. But also, I have a wonderful part-time job of industry certification coordinator. I get to go see people doing amazing stuff. I heard some of you talking about the VEST campaign, Department of Labor VEST. Okay, that's one of the things that we have started. That was my very first project was working with that with the Department of Labor and Job. So I get to see interesting people all day long who need what you guys have. So please know that I know what we're going to get to see, and you're doing things that I didn't do until I was in my master's program. I'm so impressed with the things that you bring to the table. The rest of our folks here, I'll ask Ms. Linda Smith to go ahead and introduce herself, and then everyone else is AMA, and they're the real stars of the show that we brought with us.
I'm Linda Smith, and I work with the Georgia Department of Education, and I have the pleasure of working with all of the marketing teachers in the state in terms of curriculum development, instructional resources, all kinds of professional development and such as that. So it's fun, and this is my favorite thing, to see how it all plays out with your presentations. Thank you.
My name is Rich Novliski. I am volunteering through the AMA. I work for Siemens PLM Software as the Director of Marketing for North America. Siemens PLM Software is the small $5 billion up the big $110 billion company. Our focus is engineering software, so anything to designing the space shuttle, to Mars rover, to cars, you can imagine is where I focus my efforts on. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Ron Strauss. I'm also an AMA volunteer. I volunteer with the AMA in two different ways. With the local chapter out of Atlanta in outreach programs like DECA, and also with AMA headquarters out of Chicago. I do 2-day seminars traveling around the country on different topics. And I get to meet a lot of terrific people that way, both as I am today and in business around the country. I have my own consulting company. It's a brand guidance firm. Prior to that, I worked in Atlanta with a marketing services and business-to-business advertising agency.
And sometimes informally, we call Ron President Snow. You get it, don't you? They're all getting it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a very nice guy.
But he's a great actor.
He is.
He is.
Good morning. My name is Rashonda Coleman, and I am on the board of directors for the American Marketing Association, and I serve as the DECA liaison. My voice should hold up, but if I start getting quieter and quieter, please forgive me. I'm not, contagious or anything. It's the allergies messing with my throat these days. But I work for Gas South. I manage our strategic partnerships team, so we go out and form partnerships with different companies and communities that can promote our services to their residents or businesses in their area. So, glad to be here.
All right. So, again, make your presentation. We'll ask a few questions, and then we'll. Oh yeah. I have been out of the classroom too long. I forgot my handouts. Teachers love handouts. You ever notice that? We love handouts. And I went to all the trouble to put my handouts in these beautiful folders. Now, I can't believe that. Wow. Thank you, Ron. Rich. Ron, Rich, and Rashonda. A logo for you guys.
You're right.
Oh, I can't sit down. I'm just going to stand up back there.
What about still
Lurk in the corner. Okay, guys, fire when ready.
Okay, now before we get started with our presentations, we're going to hand you out these little puzzle pieces. What you're going to do is we're going to hand them out, and as the day goes on, you may find some that have the same color as your bag. We would not like you to open them until once you get back to CCA, because it's a surprise. So I'm going to hand them out right quick.
I'll be sure I get in on that. I do not want to miss you. That right there,
Clever.
I have a purple bag.
Purple bag.
There you go. So as I said before, my name is Mary Gazaway. I'm a junior here at West Hall, and I'm currently enrolled in marketing principles here at West Hall.
Hi, my name is Evelyn. I am a sophomore and I'm currently taking marketing management.
Here at West Hall, we believe there are 7 keys that help create a perfect marketing classroom. Whether you're going to college, you're going straight to the workforce, or you're going into the military. We believe that if you work inside the classroom, then what you take from inside the classroom will help you in the outside world.
These 7 keys are work-based learning, DECA, school-based enterprise, community, collaboration, curriculum, and technology.
The first one is work-based learning. Work-based learning goes hand in hand with our marketing programs. What work-based learning does is it gives kids experience in the workforce before they graduate high school. The second one is school-based enterprise. School-based enterprise is a way for kids to get an early experience in the workforce. As an example, we have our school store. There are a few kids every day that work in there. They help serve cookies. They help distribute. They help do everything to get that school store running. The third one is DECA. DECA, it provides a way for young entrepreneurs it helps young people in the work become better in the workforce. It builds confidence in students and it prepares students for college. Community. It builds relationships between schools and businesses. As in schools, there are many businesses that help provide for our classroom. As an example, Otis Spunkmeyer, they help provide so we can sell cookies here at our store.
All right, so now, the fifth one is collaboration. Collaboration not only teaches us students to connect with other students, but it helps community members and teachers connect with the students to reach shared goals. The sixth one is curriculum. Curriculum helps us students get the foundation that we're going to need to become great workers in the workforce. And technology. Technology helps us students be able to have hands-on experience with the 21st century equipment. For example, the flipped classroom was something that we were able to use and communicate with our teachers when the snow days were going on. So that way we didn't miss school and we were still able to catch up on our assignments.
Now we are going to introduce you to our peers that are going to help us present in DECA, our finance, and what the school store is, and how we are trying to change our products. So now I'd like to introduce Chloe and Christine, as they are going to talk to you about DECA. Thank you for your time.
Okay, give us just a minute to catch up, in between the 2 presentations. Did y'all have questions you'd like to ask the group?
Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's okay. The first group who goes, we always give you a hard time. You have a harder deal. So it's, you get easier scoring on that. How's that? I do have a question. I think it was really, really smart for you guys to do this. So my question was, what was the component you feel like you learned the most about once you started diving down into these keys, and what linked them together? And either one of you could answer that.
Technology, because it's great how the school system is able to provide all these things that we're going to be able to use, and we sort of nowadays everything is through a computer, so it helps us learn how to use the computers so we can use it if we go into a business that actually has technology like this.
Well, I hope you realize you've got the cream of the crop as far as technology goes. It's really something else, but thank you.
Actually, I love your idea. How did you come up with it, you know, in terms of,
Well,
it's a project that you...
Yeah, it was when we were gonna start out by just creating the keys, but then we decided why not put something that has more information on it. So that's what the brochures are for. And the brochures have everything that we just put on our PowerPoint, but more information and it has more detail in it. And it took a really long time to create those, but it was also fun and getting to know what we were actually talking about.
Yeah, this is great. And, you know, I guess I'll just say that all over the state, I wish that work-based learning could work closely with the CTAE programs like you're doing here, because unfortunately that's not the case. We don't see the tie-in like this like we should, but I love that.
Just a comment, I back her, I agree. For me, when I look at these 7, to me, it's like a mission statement for an organization. So I'm looking at this is something you should constantly be referring back to when you go through your presentation. So it's good to have that as the mainstay of everything. Just some comments on the presentation. So great energy, smile.
Yeah.
But also be aware of the technology that's behind you, because you are a little bit overlapping on the screen. So I, being on this side, couldn't see the left half of the screen. So yeah, just make sure you're, no big deal. It's just something you have to be aware of, because but good to use that as the source so we can see that, know what you're talking about. Providing examples was great. So nice job.
Any more?
It's sort of the same thing, but you know, I love all of this because it's like sticky marketing. You know, people like to touch things and see them,
Yeah.
but as you're going through, they were lying here, but you say, you might want to take note that you've got, you know, your 7 keys, and then on this key, you know, so you can always use those as you're going through, because I think these are great. And the brochures to show them, because people like, it's great to have it lying down there, but also show it to us and have us pick it up and look at it.
It is okay to coach your audience, you know, because sometimes we're not all, you know, being really sharp, or we're not doing what you want us to do. It is good to engage that listener, and so I think it's a really good job kicking in with some of that, but feel free to go further. It is okay. You're not breaking any rules.
And, you know, I applaud you for the fact that you really talked through it. I know you're nervous, but it's hard. It's very hard, you know, to talk through a presentation, but the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, give us just a second to wrap up all of that, and then we'll, you know, because this is part of what we make you sweat, you know, we make you stand up there and feel, you know, but no, this is no problem. It's getting close. Don't worry. Is everybody ready? Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, I'm Christine Hunter. I'm a junior here at Westfall High School, and I'm also the president of the DECA Club.
My name is Chloe Smith, and I'm also a junior here at Westfall, and I'm part of the fashion merchandising class, and I'm also a member of DECA. DECA's philosophy is preparing emerging leaders and entrepreneurs to be college and career ready.
We would like to talk to you today about our promotion campaign. During the Fall Leadership and Development Program Conference last October, we participated in a DECA-driven membership recruitment campaign where we made a table and we listed the 10 reasons why we think students should join DECA. We identified our target market as being reaching out to the students that are interested, that could also promote our DECA and marketing program. We believe you should join DECA for scholarship opportunities, competitive outlet, and also a great way to learn new leadership skills. Like we said, we developed a membership recruitment campaign. After the Fall Leadership and Development Conference, we came back to our school and started recruiting new members. That we made a Twitter page, a website, and also we started advertising on our West Side News here at school.
Advertising, being a part of DECA, we always want to be out there and make sure our name's out there. By doing that, we use our news at our school, Twitter, we have a website, and flyers and word of mouth. Community service. This year at the Leadership Development Conference, we helped out with the literacy program, and we brought books to DECA to help at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. We also did a canned food drive and partnered with FBLA, and we collected over 900 cans. Our latest campaign is Let Us Showcase You. We did this because the volunteering for DECA was kind of getting boring and old. So we started this new campaign, and it's where after-school programs, sports, academics, anybody can come to us. And as you notice out in the hall, there are showcases, and people can send us their stuff, and we'll showcase them out in the hall.
Our DECA program has more than doubled in this past year. We are so proud of that and how much we achieved this year and how much we are ready to exceed next year. And because we are such a young team, we're prepared for next year. Do you have any questions?
Say you more than double, like what's the exact number?
We went from 10 members to 24.
And what was the goal?
Just to recruit new members and have a larger outlook of how many more people we get.
So I know it's like the first year, so going into next year, set a goal of how many members you want to have join. So then you can like measure your efforts to what you actually have accomplished. So just something.
Yeah, Rashonda brings up a good point. You great job on the PowerPoint you use as you had key points, you have visuals, so it keeps it engaging. But as far as the stats, I mean, that's key. I'm an engineer at heart, so I'm looking for numbers, halves, graphs to show this is my forecast or my goal, this is what we achieved, this is the amount of tweets we were looking for, this is what we achieved, this is the amount of followers we looked for, this is what we achieved. So it really substantiates the cause and the efforts that you guys have done. And you scored some points with me. My wife is a pediatric intensive care nurse for Children's Hospital of Atlanta, so we definitely did. Good job.
And I think that some of the things you're hearing are things that we usually put in our comments to teachers, things to work on as we move through the 5-year process, because it's called marketing analytics or metrics. That's the jobs in that area are just skyrocketing, actually, in that part of marketing. But it's, you need to think of now, what's my goal? You've got great campaigns. You've understood what they're saying, right? What's my goal, and did I meet the goal? And have some kind of metrics or numbers with that. I especially love the let us advertise for you. I thought that was just great on a lot of levels. I really love that.
I like that you went to the Fall Leadership Conference and you brought back lessons learned and kind of like applied it to your organization. So I really enjoyed that. One of the things that I was wondering about, Let Us Showcase You, we were talking about it in the hallway, is right now is on first come, first served basis. As you drive momentum and interest in that, that could be like a secondary category where you could actually start selling that space. So it can be like a billboard within the school. So I would think about that as future plans as well.
Have you done anything in terms of social media with your recruitment efforts?
Yes, because of our Twitter page, our Twitter account, we're able to send out stuff, and people that aren't in DECA, we tweet out to them, our principal retweets us, so we're able to reach new students.
Have you done anything with LinkedIn? may want to check that out.
Okay.
And some of the groups on LinkedIn.